basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y
To where Lawrence will go, that's where Pasay will go.
Well, if you would take a look at the league leaders, Lawrence Victoria is number 6 in scoring at 16.4 points per game. And it's not just the numbers, it's the timing of his baskets that have come for the Pasay Voyagers that have been very crucial in their campaign. So now let's talk about more of their opponents in Mindoro, courtesy of our courtside reporter, Gianna Llanes. G, go ahead.
Yes, Mix and Coach Louie, umuulan nga dito sa Lucena. Pero tayo naman ang magdadala ng init dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Siyempre, sa mabagitan yan ng ating triple header ngayon dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Let's begin with our first game of the day between Pasay and Mindoro. Kwento nga ni Coach JR, he really thinks that this is a game that is winnable for them. Ang goal actually ng team niya for this season is just to exceed the number of wins that they've had last season. He said that they are halfway there, and because this is a winnable game, they really made the effort to be here today. Itong si Coach JR at ang assistant coach niya na si Coach Jens are coaching for another league in Iloilo. So what they did is they flew in from Iloilo today straight from the airport, drove all the way here to Quezon Convention Center to make sure that they are present, because he said that they scouted Pasay very well. And more of that in my reports later. Back to you guys.
Well, certainly, Mindoro has come a long way in the 6th season of the MPBL. As mentioned by Gianna, they're halfway done in terms of their goal. But if you look at the makeup of this team, Coach Louie, with the Paul Desiderios, the Ken Bonos of the world, they're already so deep.
Oh, a formidable lineup already for this Mindoro Tamaraos team. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, sa akin kasi maganda na-achieve nila right now compared to our last season. Pero, you know, having personnel like that, you expect more.
And again, we are only in month number 3 of the 6th season of the MPBL. Let's take a look at our team standings. Coach, what's happening in the North?
Oo, clean slate pa rin itong Nueva Ecija at 7-0, San Juan at 7-0. Pampanga though, dropping their first assignment. Meron na rin silang 7-game winning streak. Mix, maganda yung nangyayari sa ating mga standings right now. Because for this week, ang daming movements eh. Oo.
Pasay at number 8. So technically speaking, they're still in the playoff hunt, but we have a long way to go. On the other end, Mindoro is just one spot away from that number 8 in the South.
Oh, just say how competitive yung ating season right now. Kay Mindoro, yeah, just at the 9th, nandun sa tail end lang ng ating boto ng ating top 8. So itong Muntinlupa din, alam mo yung nakapanalo na rin ng dalawa. So alam mo, marami pang mangyayari, especially for today. Magtatapat itong Quezon 7-0 at Batangas City 7-1. So this is gonna be an exciting night for us.
Now let's talk more about this Mindoro squad. A couple of weeks ago, they gave us a big-time win versus the Abra Weavers, which means they are a team that should, be worried about by their opponents. But in their previous outing, they lost by 30 points versus San Juan.
Oo, and sa akin kasi San Juan, okay, as we know, their brand of basketball is running. So sa akin, ang challenge right now for Mindoro, how they gonna get back from losing against a team that loves to run. Kasi sa akin, familiar itong style ng Pasay Voyagers eh. So, all throughout the game, mix ito yung titignan ko, they gave up 27-8 in terms of fast break points. So, sa akin, tapos ganito yung kakalaban mo na naman. Yeah. Ayun yung unang titignan ko sa kanila.
And by the way, speaking of fast break scoring, you did tell me before this game that 40% of the fast break points of the Pasay Voyagers come from one Patrick Slee. Does that mean that he's the guy to watch out for in this game?
Oo naman. And, this is one guy also na talagang a good pick-up for Coach Marlon Martin kasi he gave a big dimension sa laro nila. So it's not just them playing half court, which we know yung brand talaga nila. Pero every time they get stopped, itong batang tong si Patrick Sleet, alam mo, right away bumubulusok agad sa fast break.
There is a concern about Patrick Sleet though. This will be his second to the last game in his MPBL season because he will be going to the PBA draft. Now let's talk about the previous game of Pasay. Boy, did they play well against Pampanga.
Oh, playing against the best, you need to be at your best. Ito yung pinakita nitong Pasay Voyagers in their last game against our defending champion. They fall short. Alam mo yun, in that game, sa akin na-appreciate ko yung teamwork nila. They did it collectively. Yung mga unsung heroes nila, si Daniel Aguirre, si Patrick Sleet is there, si AJ Coronel, really had step up. Though, syempre, iba pa rin pagkalaban mo ating defending champions.
Still a big nod for the Pasay Voyagers in their previous outing. Can they run very well in today's game against Mindoro? That's the first statistic that we will have to watch out for. Now let's turn you over to Miguel Perez.
By Extreme, it's Mindoro versus Pasay for our first game. Live on the official MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Here are the starters. First off, for Mindoro Tamaraos. Starting at forward number 30, Kobe Pableo. At guard number 12, JJ Caspe. Also at forward number 45, Jordan Rios. Starting at center number 25, Ken Bono. And the other guard number 18, Paul Desiderio. The head coach for the Tamaraos is J.R. Kamaling, assisted by Jens Nuttall. Team manager is Rafael Martinez. Team owner is Paula Oriental Mindoro. Honorable Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz. Now, the starting five for the Pasay Voyagers. Starting at guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. Forward number 9, AJ Coronel. Also at forward number 13, Dr. Fly Don Reverente. At center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. And the other guard, number 1, Lawrence Victoria. Head coach for the Pasay Voyagers is Marlon Kit Martin. Assistant coaches, Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Cholo Martin, Willie Generala, Windel Cadiz, and Adrian Bucal. Team manager is Jonathan Tolibas. Team owners are Mickey Ligot, Raul Bacalzo, Lavin Castro.
Presenting our starting fives, brought to you by Buenas. We have JJ Caspe, Paul Desiderio, Ken Bono, Jordan Rios, and Kobe Pableo for Mindoro. And then it's Keanu Caballero, Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, AJ Coronel, and Dr. Fly Don Reverente for the Pasay Voyagers. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service, alongside Coach Louis Gonzalez and Gianna Llanes, as we come to you live from the Quezon Convention Center for the first time in the 6th season of the MPBL. This is such a special home venue, Coach Louie, because number one, it's beautiful, and number two, it is close to your heart. I'm very happy that we're featuring once again this venue in our beloved league. Later on, we have such a nice game. The home game for the Quezon Huskers taking on Batangas City.
And good afternoon again, Migs. Yes, especially this time of the year we're in. Kasi itong pagdating talaga ng May, napakalaking bagay ito for Quezon and especially for yung mga Lucinahen. Kasi talagang ito yung fiesta week namin dito eh.
Tama. We'll talk more about that later on as Paul Desiderio missed the first shot of this game and Warren Bonifacio was fouled on that loose ball. Bonifacio, by the way, is number 1 in terms of usage in the MPBL. 35 minutes per game, which means he only rests for 5 minutes.
Kasi yung role niya para dito sa team ng Pasay Voyagers, ang laki talaga. Mix, not just getting rebounds, him being a floor spacer as well. Kasi yung efficiency ni Warren, especially yung mga 3-pointers niya from the top of the key, it just keeps getting better.
But it seems like he has to be subbed out because he's bleeding. He was hit on his face by his nose. So it's going to be Brian Hilario who will check in for him. It is a mandatory substitution after all. We were just talking about the minutes by Warren Bonifacio at ngayon pinagpahinga na siya agad ng Mindoro.
Parang free throws lang yan
Nabati eh, no? Ibang klase rin talaga. Alright, so
that's why I love this job.
You know, it's a lot of mystery in terms of commentating. And remember, we've gone through a lot of strange things already in the 6th season of the MPBL. Paalala lang po sa inyong lahat, ready na po kami umuwi ni Coach Louie 2 weeks ago in Bataan, and then we saw the Hail Mary shot by the best friend of Paul Desiderio in June Manzo. So let's see if we're gonna see miracles again happen tonight in Quezon Province.
And we're just 30% of our season kay Migs, pero ang dami na talagang magagandang laro na napapanood natin.
Good play from that guy as well, Lawrence Victoria, who just misfired. And so now Mindoro has their second possession.
So the way we started this first quarter, this favors itong pace for Mindoro. So later on, baka pag magkaroon na ng mga basket, pag nag-start ng pumick up yung magkaroon na ng mga shoot, magkaroon na ng mga exchange in scoring, yun, magandang abangan yan.
So to keep it simple for our viewers, the slower the game, the better it is for Mindoro. The faster, the better it is for Pasay. That was the issue in their previous game, talking about these Mindoro Tamaraws. They were outran by the San Juan Knights. There's Coach J.R. Coaling na mention ni Gianna. Nanggaling silang Iloilo. Fresh from the airport, straight onto Lucena.
And it shows a lot why half-court makes itong Mindoro. Kasi it shows a lot. Yung reflection doon talagang galing kay Coach J.R. Coaling and Coach Jens Nutel. Sa akin, I had an opportunity to work with these guys. Talagang yung nasa college sila, more on a half-court set din kami. Then and when JR turned pro, played under Coach Tim Cone, alam mo pa rin, half-court set team pa rin.
So is it because of Coach Tim Cone as to why Mindoro has the triangle offense going on?
Oo naman, kasi doon ka kasi, ayun kasi yung una mong kayang ituro eh. If you're magta-transition ka na from player to coach, saan ka ba nag-grow as a player? At sa ano yung pinaniniwalaan mong effective?
Hindi ka ba naman maniniwala kay Coach Tim Cone, one of the greatest in Philippine basketball history in terms of coaching. As now we go back to our action. 2-0 is the tally. This is Kobe Brian Pableo. Short on his 3. Good tap by Caspe, and Mindoro will keep possession.
A great effort there by Caspe, keeping the ball alive and maintaining possession.
Baseline inbound for Paul Desiderio. Being defended by AJ Coronel. That's a tough matchup for him. Bono.
That's his shot.
No bounce though. Another chance for Mindoro. Desiderio swings. A 3-pointer. No good. And now, finally, Pasay got the board.
You know, when you're battling a rebounding situation against Brian Hilario, ang battle down low eh.
Oh, for sure. You don't expect him to elevate too high. But then again, he's a
Good
force
pass.
down low. And the finish by Don Reverente.
And you know, and with the Pasay team, no, ang dami mo makikitang sitwasyon na product ng them playing together for a long time. Diba? Especially that guy, itong si Hilario and Don Reverente.
It's what? 2 to 3 years already?
Oo,
Nagkakasama sila.
nagkakasama.
Paul Desiderio making his first three-pointer. Reverentes left wide open. Now they give it up to Victoria. Too easy.
Oo.
And Desiderio is very unhappy. It seems like it was Kobe Pableo who lost his man in that previous possession. Now he has the ball. Jordan Rios, 11 on the shot clock. Screen by Bono. Rios blitzed. Bono, three-pointer. Yes!
You know, with Ken Bono, the challenge right now is yung schedule natin dito sa pero looking at his body language, alam makita mo magpipick up na lang siya. Though right now, okay, we know that he maintains that pride. And kasi siya talagang inaatake off pick and rolls eh.
Yes.
So sina-challenge yung defense niya eh.
Well, Ken Bono is slowly but surely getting back into his old form, which we would gladly take. But of course, you have to give him more time.
Oo.
Wala pa tayong June, after all, as Desiderio gets stripped. Good defense by AJ Coronel.
Specialty ni AJ yan.
Cross-court pass. Lawrence Victoria will fire. Too strong. But is that off of JJ? Apparently not. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ken Bono, with all of his pride, able to score from downtown. But then there's the answer by the two-time MVP back in his college days, and Brian Hilario. Jordan Rios, short. Good tap by Dr. Fly. Three-point shooting, 2 out of 4 for both sides. Reverente, no foul, but there's the basket.
Again, open court basketball. Don Reverente being his own outlet already.
Assist din ba yun? Kung pwede lang eh.
Kaya the game got faster eh. Kasi right now, itong mga big men natin sa MPBL, pwede na sila na yung nakakuha ng bola. Sila na rin yung nagtitimon eh.
Right. Kobe Pableo just scored in the interior. That's another guy who can be fast by himself. As now there is a dribbling violation.
Alif.
It's called on Keanu Caballero. Very uncharacteristic. Kate Ariar has checked in. Axel Inigo will also check in. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max, the power forward going coast to coast.
Oo. And sa akin nga, malaking factor yung early sub out ni Warren Bonifacio. Pas narak agad yung bangka nitong Pasay eh. And as a coach, siyempre everything's planned already. And for you to nagkaroon kasing posisyon na gano'n, minsan ang laki ng impact nun sa buong game plan mo eh.
Warren Bonifacio is back. He's not bleeding anymore, but Ken Bono just scored on him. And on the other end, Ariar just fouled Lawrence Victoria. So now let's take this time to listen in to our courtside reporter, Gianna Llanes.
Take accountability and be professional. Yun ang naging mensahe ni Coach Marlon sa Voyagers bago mag-umpisa ang laro ngayon dahil kinakabisado pa daw nila ang mindset to treat every team equally no matter the standing. In his words, team composition should not affect how we execute our game plan. Siya rin daw ay tinatrato ang sarili niya bilang newbie coach to set an example to his players to play with humility. Si Elvin Chan lang ang hindi makakalaro para sa kanila ngayon at kwento naman ni Warren Bonifacio that earlier when he stepped on court, napansin niya may scratch siya sa ilong na hindi niya alam kung saan galing, but after patching it up, he said he's absolutely ready to go. Back to you guys.
Okay, so going back to that humility point by Gianna, if you would look at the team standings, Mindoro is at 3-6 and Pasay is at 5-3. So one team is on the winning column, the other is on the losing column. But if you think about it, because we're still early in the season, mabilis pwedeng mag-turn around yung standings na yan, yung win-loss records.
Oo, totoo. And I think another thing that Coach Marlon wanted to point out dun sa report ni Gianna is yung mindset when you play Mindoro eh. Diba? And they played well against our defending champion. He doesn't want na magpabaya itong mga players niya. So, ganun yung talk na ginawa niya na this is a different Mindoro team. Oo, kasi minsan may tendency yung mga players pag di mo ma-remind, they become overconfident na which is detrimental and dangerous. Because when things doesn't go your way, ang nangyayari, nagpapanik kayo.
And again, we've seen big wins already in the season for the Mindoro Tamaraws. The latest I remember is versus Abra.
Oo.
They won versus Iloilo, right?
Yes.
That's also another big win for them. Although a lot of things are going uncharacteristically for Iloilo at the start of their season. We'll break that down even more later on in our second game. As now, Axel Inigo fires and misses.
Kasi with Mindoro, yung performance nila varies doon sa kalaban nila. If yung kalaban nila plays the same way that they do, nakaka-compete sila.
Right now, they have controlled the pace of the game. 17-11, and we haven't seen as much running.
Totoo yan. Imagine in terms of fast break points, itong Pasay, 3. Mababa yan if you're, kung ikaw yung Mindoro. Kasi yung department sa statistics na gusto mong i-jack up eh.
Bonifacio misfires. Offensive rebound and the putback for Don Reverente.
And those are the yung mga effort shots na kailangan ng Pasay playing against a team like Mindoro. Offensive rebound, fast breaks. So, ayun yung key stats sa kanila right now.
17-13, 3 minutes remaining in the opening frame. Hand off to Tete. Tudoro can fire from way out. That's short though. Rebound to Axel. Inigo is on the run. They have numbers. Alley-oop. Coronel could not score. But Pasay will keep possession. It seems like Mindoro is thinking about challenging this. But they will let it go.
No, ito yung magiging key sa kanila. It's Patrick Sleet being inserted by Coach Marlon.
Sleet is matched up against Skint Ariar. Two youngsters going at it. Patrick will score immediately.
Instant offense talaga eh.
Again, if you're a Pasay fan, sulitin nyo na ang presensya ni Patrick Sleet. This is his second to the last game in his stint with the Pasay Voyagers. Skint Ariar turning around and missing. Offensive rebound and the putback for JJ Caspe.
This guy really plays well for Mindoro right now. This is what we're saying.
Ang bilis ng pacing. Patrick Sleet score agad.
Instant 4 points.
We have a warning on Don Reverente. Got a bit too aggressive there. It's 17-19 in favor of Mindoro. 2 minutes and change remaining in the opening frame. Lester Reyes.
Yeah, and in terms of field goal, no, Mindoro shooting at 5 out of 12. Ito naman Pasay, 6 out of 14. So, yung number of field goals, ito yung isa pang magdidikta ng larong ito. Kailangan mas marami yan if Pasay wanted to win. Pero Mindoro naman, kailangan pababain nila if they wanted to be competitive.
Well, a slower game means less possession.
Less possession,
means less shots.
Less running.
Less running. Off of the baseline inbound. Here's Ralph Olivares up top. JJ Caspe. Screened by Ariar. He goes left. JJ will score. 8 points for the homegrown. He could be a big discovery for Mindoro in our campaign.
I was about to say nga homegrown pala to si JJ Caspe. Nasaan siya through the years?
Yeah. Well, then again, that is the beauty of the MPBL. Each and every year, we get to discover new stars. Could he be the next Rodel Vaigan?
Yes.
Because Vaigan, back in the day, was the most glorified homegrown of Mindoro. He still is in the lineup.
Great ball movement.
Skint Ariar left wide open. Short rebound Bonifacio. Pasay wanting to play it quick. It's Jasper Salenga. Missing on the 3. Offensive rebound. Axel too open. Short. Pasay is now 2 out of 8 from downtown, compared to the 3 out of 7 of Mindoro. Andoy Estrella looking for a teammate. There's the bounce to Ralph. Olivares will shoot, and he will miss. Sa kabila, Patrick Sleep, sidestep, 2 free throws.
Again, this guy, daredevil. Doesn't matter if he's up in numbers. Talagang when ira-ride niya na lang yung flow ng laro niya.
Okay. Who has to step up as soon as now for Pasay because of the expected departure of this guy, Patrick Sleep?
Kala mo, looking at their bench right now, malaking challenge yan for Coach Marlon. In terms of scoring, maraming pwedeng mag-step up. Pero yung impact niya sa laro na every time Pasay gets the rebound, you see, tumatakbo agad ito si Patrick sa break. Ayun yung malaking hamon dito sa mga players right now. Itong Pasay Voyagers. To answer you, parang wala pa akong makita.
Kumbaga, TBC to be confirmed in the future. As now, Tate Teodoro just made a 3-pointer. I'm expecting a lot of running drills in the practices of Pasay to try to determine who can replace the role of Patrick Sleep.
Oo, kasi with Lawrence is fast with the ball.
Kailangan off the ball.
Off the ball, oo. Sino yung off the ball na maglalaro? Na pwedeng pasahan ni Lawrence.
First, let's take a look at this 3-pointer by Tate Teodoro.
Oo, you know, even with that hand in his face, hindi talagang pwede na
Ganda na sana nun.
Oo.
Good block inside against Patrick Sleet, and that will do it for our opening frame.
Oo, okay, that's a good inbound play. Sayang lang hindi na-convert nitong Pasay.
It is a high-scoring first quarter for us after all. 24-18 in favor of Mindoro. You did mention a slower game or a lower scoring game could benefit the Tamaraws, but right now, they're up by 6. So are you actually concerned about this pace?
Oh, it's their efficiency that gave Mindoro yung kanilang kalamangan. Kasi hindi sila masyado pa napapagod. So nakakapag-isip pa sila ng maganda sa half court. And I think Coach Jens and Coach Yar, they were able to address it well. Kasi malaki talaga yung naging problema nila in their last game. And yung nakikita natin right now, ang laki rin ng pagkakaiba.
So it is too early to tell for these two squads in Quezon Province. This end of the first quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas.
Kwento nga ni Coach JR na wala sila ni Assistant Coach Jens during the last game, but as a proud players coach, he has full confidence in his team even when he's not there. He actually admitted na medyo nahirapan siya transitioning from being a player to a coach, but one of the things that he did to gain respect from his players is having the condition na kung ibibigay niya ang gusto nila, they have to give him back what he wants in return. And may naging tradition din itong Mindoro Tamaraws. They said that the day before every game, they have a potluck where they assign different dishes for the players to bring, like Lester Reyes' signature kinilaw. At itong idea of everybody contributing during these potlucks is actually translating down now during the game as well. Back to you guys.
Medyo high maintenance pala maging player ng Mindoro.
Oo,
Kailangan papakain ka rin.
Pero yung ganung kultura, it helps your team a lot. And
Yeah.
If you see the first quarter field goals, Mindoro, 8 out of 18. Ito ng mga Pasay, 7 out of 17 in terms of field goals.
Well, the team building of Mindoro continues to pay off as you take a look at our first quarter 3-point shooting. And now we get to see a conversion by Warren Bonifacio. So, para silang merong team building each and every day before a game.
And as a new team, sa akin nga, kahit na matagal na kayo, you need to keep building your team. And kasi especially with yung schedule natin, they will play 28 games.
Oo.
Ilang months yun. So hindi kayo pwedeng magkawatak-watak.
I would actually use the word sawa. Hindi ka
Oo,
pwede magsawa
sawa.
sa
Oo.
ginagawa mo. Kasama mga kakampi mo. As now, side of Stabby almost got the turnover. Or got the steal. As now, it's Tete who fakes. Three-pointer. That's good for Tete Teodoro.
And you see the concentration of Tete in that last finish.
At alam mo namang titira pa rin ng 3 points yan
Oo.
after that fake.
Pero hindi yung kailan titira, ayun ang
Yun ang di mo alam.
malaking question mark.
Oh, the basket won't count for Patrick Sleet.
Oo.
But it seems like referee Alan Manzano will review it first.
So they need to check that.
Coach Marlon and the rest of his bench were quick to address that concern. So this is not a challenge, just a review for our referees. Gusto ko rin yung na-bring up ni Gianna about being a player's coach. Perfect because you're my analyst. So I can ask you, in terms of giving in to your players and also you trying to implement your principles, your standards to your players, where do you actually draw the line? How do you balance things?
To put, that's the first most important thing, is to put balance. So yung consistency mo when you preach what you want and and the things that you don't want. You need to be consistent. Hindi ka para yung mga players na clear-cut din yung rules mo sa kanila. Kasi magko-compromise kayo eh. Ganun na yung mga characteristics ng mga successful teams eh. They really compromise.
By the way, that basket will count after all for Patrick Sleet. So he's off to a great start with 7 points already in this game.
Oo, off the bench.
And he has a chance to make it 8. He does.
And you know, it's not just him. You know, he has that one finish in their last game against Pampanga sa transition. Grabe yung suspension niya, yung body control, yung kitang-kita mo yung nag-change ng direction sa taas na eh.
Well, FEU, to be quite honest, I've been covering the UAP for what? Over 5 years now. And it's been a common trait among their athletes, not just basketball players. Well-toned yung mga katawan, very athletic yung mga players nila. And so I would think that would be one of the explanations as to why Patrick Sleet is like this.
Oo, totoo yan. Laging merong ganong one player sa FEU. You know the biggest difference? Medyo mas whiter lang yung complexion nito ni Patrick Sleet.
This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max, 2 easy points for Cyrus Tabi. As you get to see that pass from actually Igo, also a former FEU Tamara with some whiter complexion as well. I cannot believe that you had to say that on air, Coach Louie, as now Lawrence Victoria just scored. And you see the fast break scoring 8-0.
Yeah, I've been with that program for a long time. So alam yung kultura talaga eh.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
A steal and a breakaway slam for Patrick Sleet.
What about this guy? Talagang, ano ba to? Magpapamiss ng gusto kay Coach Marlon Martin?
For sure. For sure. After all, Patrick Sleet, who presents us this play of the game brought to you by Buenas, is playing his second to the last game in his MPBL season with the Pasay Voyagers. This is one way for him to make sure that we will remember his presence in this league.
Oo naman. And continues to play well. Ang laki nitong bagay nitong player na ito for his team, Pasay Voyagers.
And by the way, their fast break scoring is getting up there. They're now in double figures against Mindoro. Nagbabalik po ang Mahardika Pilipinas Basketball League, and now we take a look at once again slam dunk by Patrick Sleet, who by the way has been also effective in terms of fast break scoring in this game. In the previous game versus Pampanga, he had 11, 5, 4, and 3 as his numbers.
Oh, that's how you're gonna appreciate players, yung impact players. Be giving you numbers like that. Alam mo yun sa lahat ng department.
And so, we can't help but ask again to everybody watching and to the whole of the Pasay squad as Ken Bono scores, who will be able to step up once you lose Patrick Sleet wearing that Pasay uniform? And this is a good opportunity for everybody else.
Oo, and sa akin, what makes it more exciting, mangyayari yon doon sa ating trading period na eh.
Right.
So mag-open na yung ating, so sino yung pipick upin or magpipick up ba sila ng bagong player or may i-convert silang player na existing player
Pwede.
for that role?
Oh, that's a good storyline to watch out for. 29 all, Paul Desiderio turns around and passes. Ken Bono, short, offensive rebound. Desiderio, almost stolen away. Good defense by Pasay. There's the pressure.
Oh, that's foul.
It's a bit too much from Patrick Sleet.
And you know, sa akin yung system na niraran nitong Mindoro favors yung ating tournament format, Migs.
This lucky fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas, a couple of faithfuls for the Pasay Voyagers who look to be fans of Axel Inigo.
Oo
Still,
naman.
they're happy about that basket by Patrick Sleet. You're mentioning something that favors Mindoro.
Oo, the longer the tournament, alam mo yun, mas maraming laro, mas magdi-develop yung kanilang triangle offense.
Oh yeah, that's a system that will take a lot of time for you to master. Is it actually the hardest system in basketball?
It's kasi it entails a lot of discipline and concept. And hindi mo madidiscuss yung concept na yun till hindi nyo pa nadadaanan. So, like what Coach JR mentioned sa interview niya na yung scouting report nila right now, yung viewing nila, dun yan heavy sigurado ako.
So is it the hardest or the longest to learn, the triangle offense?
Oh, kasi sa akin yan, yung long-term success kasi, long-term goal, alam mo yun, mas successful. So sa basketball, that's why ang tinitingnan ko dito, most likely itong team na to will stay for a longer time.
Okay.
Kasi ganun yung ginagamit nilang offense. Ang dami kasing concept, yung pwede tsaka hindi pwede. Actually, lahat pwede, pero hindi mo pwedeng i-introduce lahat. Again, this guy.
That was off of a nice pass, by the way, by Keanu Caballero, and Patrick Sleet was once again ready on the outlet. Well, you think about it, Patrick Sleet, all throughout college, was used to running with LJ Gonzalez. So he had no choice but to be this fast and this quick thinking as well on the basketball court.
And if you have that in your arsenal, no, tapos meron kang nakapalibot na mga veteran player, magtitiwala, tatakbo ka na lang eh. They will deliver that basketball to your hands eh.
Patrick Sleet already in double figures. Look at his efficiency. Just missing from the line. And nabati na naman, but he is 80% from the field and 60% from the stripe. More importantly though, Pasay has the advantage, 30-29.
Oo. Na-overtake na nila, no?
Biggest lead was 6 by Mindoro.
And what about that guy?
JJ Caspe scoring once again. He's now in double figures.
Isipin mo yung opportunity right now playing alongside with these veterans. Itong si Caspe. No, after that shot, making that basket, nilapitan agad siya ni Lester Reyes, acknowledge agad siya ni Paul Desiderio at ni Ken Bono.
Caspe, by the way, is 3 out of 4 from the field. And that's his first miss from the stripe, 4 out of 5. So, almost the same numbers as Patrick Sleet.
Oo.
31-30, halfway done in the second frame. Lawrence Victoria, nice fake. Victoria, no good. Rebound Jordan Rios. He now steps on the break.
Great transition defense there by the Voyagers.
Desiderio leaning in.
Good pass.
Lester Reyes, reverse, yes. Takbo agad si Patrick Sleet.
Oo. You know, maririnig mo dito sa ano natin yung reminder ng coaching staff ng Mindoro eh.
Balik agad sa
Balik agad
depensa.
eh.
Well, their defense was there, but Patrick Sleet was still able to score. It's now 33-32. And that's a foul. A hold by Keanu Caballero. Second for the point guard of the Pasay Voyagers. We saw him play for Zamboanga and Rizal in the last 2 seasons. So this is his 3rd team in 3 years. A literal journeyman.
Oo.
Ken Bono gets Warren Bonifacio. Double team, kick out. Daylight, too easy for Paul Desiderio.
They're trying to send Ken Bono to turn to the baseline. Pero nag-overhelp si Patrick doon, which left Desiderio wide open.
That's Desiderio's 7th, 8th, and 9th points in this game. That's also his 3rd three-pointer. Caballero could not answer back. JJ Caspen, baseline drive, kick out Rios, short stab,
Good pass.
too strong, rebound Victoria. Lawrence, by the way, is one of our better rebounding guards in the league.
Oo naman.
Now he just missed. Offensive rebound, Bonifacio, the pull-up and the make. Four points for Warren Bonifacio. The lead is 2. 3 minutes and 10. Bono. Same play. There's the feed to Lester Reyes. Sorry, missed though. Battled for the loose ball. And there's a whistle blown in the interior. It's going to be Pasay with possession.
And in that sequence, so that's, hindi doon mo ma-appreciate. There's triangle already, but every time that ball gets to that post, ang ginagamit nila yung interior triangle. Now, to explain that, makes later makikita mo, ball gets to that post, merong tao doon sa may along free throw line, tsaka doon sa kabilang poste.
Yes.
Oo.
Kumbaga nag-adjust yung triangle dun sa loob. Whereas the usual position of the triangle, explain it to us, Coach Louie, is where?
Oo, is naka-overload yan. If you're talking sa right side, meron kang post guy doon sa may block, tapos may corner and wing guy ka. Sa kabila naman, along the free throw line, tapos top of the key. That's the balance. Usually, we call it triangle, pero more to that is really the balance.
And if you want to learn more of the triangle offense, then we invite you to watch more Mindoro and Parañaque games. That's the key. Keanu Caballero.
Yeah, talking about Parañaque, no?
Oh, they've been playing well. So is this guy, Lawrence Victoria, with a 3-pointer, and he's up to 9 points. 37-36, 2 minutes and 20. Caspe feeling it. What a game for JJ Caspe so far.
Totoo yan, and he's really enjoying it. Look at the confidence, look at his face. Talagang nasa zone eh.
Do you think about it, isn't he a badly needed injection of youth by Mindoro in this lineup?
Oh, they need to have that one guy there. Especially na pag gusto magpahinga nitong mga veterano, sa kanila ilalagay.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ayan, nag-iisa. Spark plug para sa Mindoro.
Oo. It's just yung encouragement. Ayun yung malaking bagay na nakukuha niya playing along with this veteran guys.
JJ Caspe might be from Mindoro, but he sure is playing very comfortably here inside the Quezon Convention Center. 13 points already for the young man.
And very efficient from the floor. Ayun lang.
Yun lang.
Medyo nag-enjoy lang siya.
He has to be efficient defensively as well. Totally losing AJ Coronel as you take a look at our 3-point shooting. More than ×2 in favor of Mindoro against Pasay.
Oo. Alam mo yun, the very reason why up sila.
Tay Teodoro against Axel Inigo. Step back, three-pointer. That's good. A steal. 3-point advantage. Try to make it 6. The answer is yes from Paul Desiderio.
Again, quick turnaround by Mindoro off that break, which forced Pasay to call for a quick timeout.
It's 45-39. This is the first three-pointer. Tete Teodoro, hand in his face. Usually, it's no problem for him. But then again, the second three was wide open for Paul Desiderio, so it was way easier for him off of this steal. This would be three-pointer number 4 already for Mr. Aquinto in this matchup. A minute and 31 remaining before halftime. Here's the former 3x3 star in Paul Desiderio. I had to mention 3x3 because just a while ago, while he is covering, Coach Louie Gonzalez was celebrating because JRU recently just won the 3x3 competition of their collegiate league, as now JJ Caspe scores once again in the interior.
Thank you very much. Shout out to my players who played there. They really played their hearts out. Congratulations to our 3x3 team. And then going back to this game, and this guy, JJ Caspe, just continues to play well and enjoying yung moment niya with these veterans.
JJ Caspe is on pace to score 30 points in this game. But then again, it would be harder to do that, especially if you know that your opposing team will have a chance to talk about playing better defense against you by halftime.
And ito yung nakikita natin right now na dahil nakaka-convert itong Mindoro Tamaraos, very efficient offensively. Napipigilan nila yung tempo nitong game na to. Sila talaga yung nakakapag-control because every time they score a basket, they set that 1-2-2, 75% zone press.
So it is high scoring, but the pace benefits Mindoro. These two teams are shooting at a 50% clip, by the way. That's why the score is 48-41. Lawrence Victoria, that's gonna count, plus a foul.
Look at the body control of Lawrence Victoria there. Again, we talk about Patrick being fast without the ball. Lawrence naman is so fast with the ball.
Yung ganong klaseng move, ito, makikita natin. Madalas kong makita to sa Zamboanga eh.
Acceleration, yung ating MVP.
Oo, si JC Marcelino. Pero ito, right-handed.
Right-handed,
Si Lawrence Victoria. 16 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds per game. That's why Coach Louie had to include him in our MVP conversation early in our 6th season.
Yeah, that's MVP numbers. Alam mo yun, mataas yun. Imagine, i-convert mo yung assist numbers niya. That's plus 10.
Yes. Maybe even more.
Even
now
more.
we have a timeout. It is a 4-point advantage in the second quarter with 40 seconds remaining between Mindoro and Pasay. And by the way, the next game would be Iloilo versus QC. That could also be a tight one. And then, of course, our last game will be Batangas versus Quezon, which may be a preview of our South Division playoffs. So what a day it is gonna be for the MPBL, Coach Louie.
Wala na nga tayong pinipiling linggo. Especially, ito yung last 3 weeks natin. It's really been special for us, Bigs.
You see the next 3 games of Mindoro. They will take on Gabi Espinas, Real Cervantes, and the rest of Batang Kankalu on June 1, Batangas City on June 5, and Pangasinan on June 11. That's going to be a tough schedule for Coach JR Kawaling.
Ayoko na nga magsabi ng tough schedule sa mga teams natin because right now, most of the teams right now, sobrang competitive.
Yes. So you did mention at the top of the season that half are contenders.
Alam mo, even yung ibang teams na nasa sa 50% down ng ating team standings, alam mo malalakas pa rin. It's just sa akin yung pabor lang ng schedule eh.
A miss by Paul Desiderio. There's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Axel Inigo calling out to play.
This half went to be high scoring but efficient.
Yes.
Oo.
Axel will fire. In and out, rebound Bono. They have 6 seconds to operate. Paul Desiderio.
The best guy to put that ball to.
2 seconds. A miss by Paul Desiderio, but Tete Teodoro says that's okay. He played very well in the first 20 minutes.
Oo. Again, at sa akin yung collective. It's, Tete was there, Ken Bono was there, but it is really JJ Caspe doing it all for the Mindoro Tamaraws.
If he would double his scoring, he would reach 30 points for the first time in his MPBL career. But then again, it's going to be a long way to go for JJ. He would still take this 16 points at the half.
Oo. 5 out of 6 in terms of field goal as well.
This halftime score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Now we present to you our top 10 plays of the week. Step back, no basket. Oh, good tap. Perumingan, foot race, tricky. Basket and one.
You should get both 2 points for that layup and also an assist, passing it to himself, and a steal, and a rebound, whatever it is. So he gets all the stats for this play. And you know the most important stat on that play?
What?
Only took him 1 dribble to dribble court to court.
Caballero makes the rebound. Sleep sees a free lane. Beautiful play. Sidestepping his way to the basket. Play of the game brought to you by Buenas, Patrick Sleet. Beautiful sidestep move. Ganda rin ang pagtimon ni Patrick Sleet dito. Jasper Lungalo, binabantay ni Alcorizas. Wow. Oh, nice. That was a beauty.
Right. You get 2 guys committed up in the air and you spin the other way. Great move by Longalo.
So Alcoriza raised on Zona with the rebound.
And again, transition defense para dito sa Binyan. Immediately nakababa kaagad, not allowing any fast break opportunities for Val City.
Arminio on 2-man game with Machon. Wow! And you can flex, young man.
Oo, pwede talaga eh. Ang hirap ng tira na yun, ang ganda pa ng roll mo. Based on scouting, if Mike Machon puts the ball on the floor on the post, then we, double him on the second dribble. Oh!
Great spin. May Poy Akto, 2 points para kay Poy. And ang lalim ng hugot ni Coach Poy. Great spin move galing kay Poy Akto. A little more in control here. Pero ang bilis ng ikot.
Yeah.
Moralde makes his move. Scoop. No. Binuya. Garcia wants it. Up top. Pampanga already over the limit. Gotta see that again from Paul Garcia. Hiningi niya. Ibigay sa taas. And Hansen. Great finish. Yeah, Paul Garcia.
Yeah. Ganda rin ang pasa.
Kadli. Palma will go all the way for the throwdown. Renz Palma, 13 points. Negros, 12-0 run here. Ito natin dito, fast break of the game brought to you by New Star win to the max. Renz Palma throwing it down on the break. Palis pa rin para kay Archie Concepcion.
Pag tumira talaga, akala mo papasok.
Oh, beautiful. Jeff Viernes and Archie Concepcion connecting that time to Archie Concepcion. Ang layo na pinanggalingan ni Archie Concepcion. And with a baseline jumper, that won't go. Rebound, MJ Ayay leading the break. Robbie Celis, drop pass.
Oh, man.
Robles with a reverse.
About the 3 most athletic players in one play.
Look at the ball movement and the yo-yo finish galing kay Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles.
Binulsa yung ball. Tinira.
To end it all, Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire. Oh my goodness! June Manzo! All the way from full court.
So they don't want us to go home.
What a shot! That could be the single greatest shot in the history of the MPBL.
sending the game into overtime. We spoke about that already. Missing the second one, but they decided
To make it. A full possession for Davao with 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Hail Mary. There you go.
that's a clear
It's gonna
basket.
count.
No, that's
It's
a
gonna
clear
count.
basket for the Davao Occidental team.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not yet done. This would be the second overtime game for today. A Hail Mary shot for
What's that
June
big play?
Manzo. And that will beat the buzzer. Let me go ahead and say that that is absolutely the greatest shot that we have ever seen in the history of this league. Oh my goodness.
Can be the number 1 play. This one will be included for the entire season. It might be included.
We are at halftime for Mindoro versus Pasay. The score reads 48-44 after the excellent shooting that we saw for both the Tamaraos and the Voyagers in the first 2 quarters. Coach Louie, again, explain to us why do Paul Desiderio and the rest of Mindoro have the advantage?
Right now, again, both teams, it's itong Mindoro playing to its strength. If you look at the field goal, 17 of 38, 44%. 18 of 35 naman, higher percentage ang field goals nitong Pasay. Pero Migs, ang importante dito, if you look at the 3-point field goal numbers, 9 out of 21, 42% ang sinushoot nitong Mindoro. Itong Pasay, 3 out of 11 naman. Kasi makikita mo naman yung strength Makikita mo na itong Pasay, mataas yung field goal percentage nila dahil sa fast break points. Okay, 17 compared to just 6 nitong Mindoro.
So Pasay is trying to play the game that they have planned for in this matchup. Unfortunately, Mindoro's efficiency is through the roof, especially from downtown. By the way, Paul Desiderio is at 4 out of 7 and Tate Teodoro is at 3 out of 6 from Curryland. So that's better than 50% for those two combined.
And we know with that 3-point field goal percentage, sila yung nakakadikta kasi after making a 3 and especially with this guy na ito yung halos yung overall ganda ng impact ni John Caspe sa larong to. Nape-prevent nitong Mindoro yung flow ng offense nitong Pasay.
On the other end, that's the guy who's trying to counter the production of JJ Caspe in Patrick Sleet. So Sleet came off the bench and he was instant impact, scoring 13 points on 5 out of 7 shooting, which by the way is quite common for him in terms of his efficiency because he is number 6 after all in terms of field goal shooting in our tournament at 47% per outing. But then again, the question is, can he be even more efficient come the second half?
Missing there sa scoring ng Pasay is etong si Warren Bonifacio. Na ang laking impact, ang laking bagay na sub agad siya sa right from the get-go.
Bonifacio played 15 minutes in the first half out of 20 in total, which means in order to match his season average of 35 minutes per game, he will have to play the entire second half. As now Jordan Rios just scored the first 2 points in the third.
But this guy, as comfortable playing under the tutelage of Coach Marlon Martin, will be still dangerous. Remember, yung isang game nito in their home turf, in San Juan, when he had his own 8-0 run against that buzzer beater win versus Batangas. It was all Warren Bonifacio and Lawrence Victoria show.
Right now, those two players are on the floor with Don Reverente, AJ Coronel, and Patrick Sleet.
Magandang combination to.
They're trying to defend this guy, Ken Bono, who just created space but could not score. Bono is playing with Desiderio, Caspe, Rios, and Reyes, by the way. Here's Lawrence onto Warren, given a lot of space. Ken Bono not even contesting him.
Same manner on yung shot ni Warren Bonifacio.
6 points for the big guy in this game. 50-46, Lester Reyes, high-low. Nice seal by Ken Bono.
Yung recognition, yung mga veteran players, talagang automatic na yan.
That is 9 points with 4 rebounds in this game for Ken Bono. So he has more than quadrupled his scoring output versus San Juan. He was 1 out of 6 versus the Knights in the previous outing. Lawrence Victoria scoring in the interior. Victoria now has 14. On the other end, JJ Caspe now has 18 points.
He just have to run. And ang ganda dito, dumadaming assist ng mga veterans niya dahil kay dyan sa finish ni Caspe.
Kaya diretso appear sa kanya. Mataas yung stats ng mga veterano. That was a tough pass by Victoria. Patrick Sleet erasing his defender, but he could not score. Paul Desiderio back at it. Bono against Warren Bonifacio. Ken Bono, turn around. Too easy.
Sabay pa tayo.
It was that easy.
Ang hirap. Warren needs to work early defending Ken down low. Kasi if Ken gets to that spot, he's so dangerous there.
Yeah. Kabisado niya na yun.
Oo. You make him play face up, not back down to the basket.
Let's see if that would be the adjustment for Warren Bonifacio. Victoria stripped, but he was fouled apparently. It's called on Jordan Rios. By the way, if you're wondering, we're in the Quezon Convention Center for the first time in the 6th season of the MPBL. Later on, it's Iloilo versus Quezon City, and then the Quezon Huskers will defend their home court against the Batangas Rum Masters. We have a review happening. I wonder if this is for a possible upgrade.
They're claiming that it was all ball by Jordan Rios because tumawag yung ating officials ng foul on that attack from Lawrence Victoria.
But there wasn't any challenge. Oh, I think it was to determine whether or not it was a shooting foul. So it's going to be a baseline inbound for the Pasay Voyagers. Keanu Caballero. Nice play. Sorry miss for Patrick Sleep. It's 56-48. The biggest lead was 9 in the first half. Paul Desiderio against Lawrence Victoria. They go back to Ken Bono. Still, there's the back down. Feed Lester Reyes.
Nice one.
We saw that in the first half.
Returning the favor at the start, right from the start of the third quarter, it was Lester Reyes giving that high-low pass to Ken Bono. Now, baliktad naman ang nangyari. Ken Bono at the post. Ito namang si Lester Reyes cutting from the weak side. And Ken Bono recognizing it.
And that's what's the interior triangle that you described to us in the first half. Missed by Victoria. And here comes Paul Desiderio to try to increase their biggest lead. Jordan Rios wide open is Ken Bono. The former UAAP MVP will miss.
Look at Judd Caspe.
Just unable to recover that ball. Patrick Street will fly. 2 free throws.
Again, he's just unconscious. Give him that opportunity. He believes what he can do. Grabing athleticism nitong player na to, Migs.
Couple of substitutions here. Brian Hilario and Tate Teodoro will check in. Patrick Sleet proceeds to the line. He is the leading scorer, or the second leading scorer of Pasay, just behind Lawrence Victoria. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Itong Mindoro, we're down to 6 minutes 51 ng third quarter natin. Already scored 10 points. Managed to score 24 in the first and second quarter respectively. Ito yung department na yung in their last game versus San Juan, hindi lahat ng quarters hindi sila naka plus 20.
Well, we got to give it to the defense of San Juan as well. They're one of the best in the league in that category. Desiderio backing down. Good defense by Lawrence Victoria.
Ang gandang matchup yun.
4-on-2 action. Victoria all the way. Sorry miss. Offensive rebound. That's a foul. 2 free throws for Warren. Kanina tinanong ko naman si Warren Bonifacio. Kamusta ang 35 minutes per game? Sabi niya, sanay naman ako. And in fact, yun naman yung hiniling ko mula sa Diyos, mula sa aking coach din, na magkaroon ako ng magandang opportunity to show off here in the MPBL. And he told me na kailangan lang niya bumawi sa electrolytes after the game. Tinanong ko, may mga ice bath pa ba yan? Sabi niya, hindi naman kailangan. Before the game, nagagamit ko yon. Pero it's really more of the electrolytes. And for everybody's context, because you also like drinking yung mga rich sa electrolytes, Coach Louie, can you give us the scientific or even coaching perspective to those types of drinks?
Hydration is yung next to one of the most important things na dapat yung isang atleta takes care, yung hydration niya. Kasi yung performance mo, naka-base lang yan kung how far can you go. Kung hindi, if you're not gonna take care of your body, and hydration is part of it, that though you flush electrolytes, you need to replenish those electrolytes lost. especially this time of the year. Alam mo, yung sobrang init.
Right.
Pag nagpa-practice kayo, yung biyahe mo papuntang practice, yung biyahe mo pauwi sa bahay, it matters eh. Talaga nadidehydrate ka dun eh. So, tapos ganun pang kahaba yung lalaroin mo. Buti na lang aware si Warren dun.
So hindi na ba enough ang tubig? Kailangan yung mga drinks talaga na specialized with electrolytes.
With the demand of training and especially this young Warren Bonifacio na promising there's a lot in store for him sa future niya. Nagpapagaling pa ito eh.
Okay. Well, that's a good note to everybody who wants to be like Warren Bonifacio. As Patrick Lee just scored to answer back the three-point play by Ken Bono. Now there's a foul called.
Now again, this game is becoming a game of spurts. Talagang hindi rin makadikta, hindi makaalagwa itong Pasay na madikta yung tempo na gusto nila. Kasi laging merong sagot itong Mindoro eh.
Here's Ken Bono trying to be the answer again. Turnaround shot. Nope, the foul was on the floor. That was the initial call of the referee, but now Alan Manzano will go to our replay station.
Ken Bono in this quarter.
Yeah, he's been amazing. Well, you did say, kapag pacing ng Mindoro, na-highlight talaga ang galing ni Ken Bono. Pero kapag takbuhan, that's where you can really eliminate him.
Yes. And right now kasi they're just converting to zone, 2-3 zone every time he gets the ball down low. Iba kasi yung mas yun kaya kontrolado pa ni Ken eh. Pero if you're gonna double him right away, which I think na baka mangyari later on, ibang effort ang kailangan ibigay ni Ken Bono.
Well, let's see.
There, okay, this is what I'm talking about. It's just all single coverage on Hilario eh.
Yeah.
Nakaabang lang sila eh.
Eh kung 2-3 zone ka nga naman, yung help mo ay nandun sa gitna.
Oo.
Malayo pa rin kay Ken Bono yun. He basically just avoided that help. Bono now is up to 17 points in this game. Let's see his numbers in the first half. Bono had 7, so 10 in this quarter.
No, it's him and John Caspe talagang providing points for Mindoro.
Now this makes us go back to what Gianna mentioned in her opening report. That if you're Coach Marlon Martin, you had to remind your players to respect and be humble. Respect your opponent because these things tend to happen in the MPBL. Now you're being basically manhandled in the third quarter, but there you go. A good counter by Patrick Lee to trim the lead down to 9.
Oh, especially the way how efficient Mindoro playing right now, shooting more than 50% from the floor.
Tete Teodoro trying to back down again. Ginagamitan lang talaga ng ang tawag dyan, veteran craftsmanship by the Tama House.
And ito yung talagang mga few times na talaga iti-take advantage ni Tete na iskian. Alam niya, meron siyang height advantage doon sa yung mas malaki nga sa kanya, pinoposte niya na eh.
By the way, can Ariar post up?
Oh,
Meron din.
Ariar, yes.
So all 5 of these players can post up.
Oh.
Tete.
Yeah, that's a ward.
Used his right arm to eliminate the defense of AJ Coronel. That was illegal, obviously. Hirap din ng disiplina, no? To try to guard yourself with your off arm.
And you know, you knowing also that you're gonna be guarded heavily. Kasi alam na magaling kang scorer.
Yeah. 74 or 64 to 55, make it 57 points now for Warren Bonifacio and the rest of the Voyagers.
Oo, making a living doon sa free throw line na yan.
Double team. Good job by Caballero.
Oo, now if you're Pasay, those are the things that if your Coach Marlon would na-encourage mo kasi that speeds up the game eh.
Ecoy Lopez has checked in to replace Ken Bono.
Oo, so this is gonna be the moment that crucial para dito sa Mindoro.
Tete again trying to post up. Teodoro, that charge again, yep.
Natatakawan si Tete.
Bihira lang kasi yung mas maliit yung defender niya eh.
Oo. Ngayon, pinahiram muna ni Paul Desiderio yung ano niya. Akin na to, atin na to, akin na to.
Iba naman yung kay Paul, atin to. Ito, akin na to.
Ayun, akin na to.
Ayun, sa kanya din yung offensive foul. As we go back Pasay's way. And down by 7. Warren Bonifacio. The turnaround shot. That's good. Back-to-back jumpers for the big guy.
Oo. Again, making a living dun sa left elbow, sa right elbow. It's the confidence right now of Warren Bonifacio taking those shots from that spot.
Yes, 12 points and 6 rebounds in this game. That's the leading man in terms of minutes played per outing for the Pasay Voyagers, Warren Bonifacio, 64-59. See the numbers of Ken Bono. 11 points per game, but he only had 2 versus Sun 1. His shooting was obviously not very impressive, only 1 out of 6 versus the Knights. But in this game, he actually almost reached his season average alone in the third quarter, scoring in double figures with a total of 17.
Oo, alam mo, again, it varies. It varies. That's right now, that's the challenge with Ken. Kung akma doon sa style of play niya yung kalaban, he'll be competitive. Pero again, knowing a player like this caliber, they know how to prepare themselves. They know how to bounce back as well.
Ken Bono at the start of the season told us that he's not yet in perfect shape. He plays with his village mates in order to get back in good condition. But we also knew that it was only a matter of time wherein he's gonna play like this in the MPBL.
Kasi ang laki talaga ng adjustment mo. Not just the responsibility playing, yung responsibility mo rin na traveling eh.
Oh, right. Ngayon pa lang. Imagine 4 hours to 5 hours on the road just to get to Quezon Province. As Paul Desiderio just drained his 5th three-pointer.
Oo. At mahirap yung tirang yun na mix.
All of his points have come from downtown. 15 in total for the former King Maroon. 67-59. Caballero turns around. And almost a turnover. 5 on the shot clock. Bonifacio fires. Oh, he's
just
feeling it.
Yeah, double figures already, right in this quarter.
So he basically answered back to the production of Ken Bono. 11 in this frame for Warren Bonifacio.
And again, that went missing right away, right from the get-go. Ayun yung sinasabi ko na ang laking impact no na ma-disrupt agad yung flow ng iyong ng game.
Paul Desiderio misfires. Good effort right there by Patrick Sleet. We have a jump ball called by the referee.
And they will review. No, another guy here na sa tingin ko later on may insert back na this is Don Reverente na started the game well. Pero after that, naging silent na eh.
Reverente is not in foul trouble. He only has 1. He has 6 points and 7 rebounds to his name. We have a challenge. So this is the first challenge for our MPBL Saturday, and I'd like to take this time to greet our very own Coach Mixon Ramos of Muntinlupa and his player Joshua Giab, who just won the championship in the NCAA 3x3 competition held at Jose Rizal University. May iba pa ba akong namimiss?
And sa akin, this is special for Joshua, especially kasi siya na lang yung player ko under my program that hasn't won a championship. Though we're still waiting for the big one.
Okay.
Pero dun sa mga pocket tournaments namin, si Joshua na nakawala. That's why it's very special. That's why I'm so happy kasi napaka-special dahil official tournament yung kanyang unang kampyonado.
All right. Shout out to you, Joshua Giab, who by the way was the best player last Saturday in Pangasinan. When Muntinlupa won versus Bataan, he actually played spoiler to his teammate, Jasper Longalong. Kasi ano yun eh, prodigal son game yun eh, ni Jasper Longalong. kontra sa Bataan, getting a win versus his former team. But then again, congratulations to Muntinlupa. That is what matters after all.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
Successful challenge
Ball
for Coach
possession
J.R.
goes
Kawali,
to Mindoro Tamaraws.
Coach Jens Nutel and company.
So it means one more challenge. Pwede pa gumamit itong Mindoro. And sa akin, I want to go back dun sa story, especially with Muntinlupa now. With back-to-back wins now. I mean, yung movement dun sa ating team standings right now, especially na tuloy-tuloy na yung laro natin, is isang bagay sa akin na napaka-exciting, Migs.
Well, a lot more will happen because we're nearing just the 1/3 mark of our season.
Oo.
At sinasabi mo nga, by that mark, you are expecting all the teams to have settled down already. Ooh, that was a tough contest. Patrick Sleep went flying, and that's a foul on him against Adoy Estrella.
Oo, and credit to the patience of Mindoro in that last sequence. Nainip na eh.
Alam mo kung tutusin, maganda rin yung mix of veterans ng Mindoro, no?
Oo naman.
So anong kulang dito, bata?
It's just a matter of time.
Time lang.
Again, pero yung buy-in nandun na eh.
Okay.
Oo, kaya sa akin, I expect more from Decoy Lopez. I think si Ariar will be playing his itong last few games na lang din ni Ariar will go back to his mother team, still playing for the Letra Knights. So, it's just a matter of time. And pag nabuhay na to, sa akin nga, Jordan Rios, may expectation pa ako dyan. Ralph Olivares, may expectation pa rin ako dyan.
We're gonna have to start having expectations from JJ Caspe from now on.
Oo.
Later on, we'll expect him to come back as Bonifacio turns around and passes. A turnover.
No, that's
Ooh.
a foul. And you know, with JJ Caspe, no, siguro ang maganda sa kanya, yeah, we're gonna expect something out from this kid. Pero sa kanya, sa sarili niya, maglaro lang siya. Wag niyang ibigyan ng pressure yung sarili niya. Because sometimes that is, ayun yung nagiging, yung pag nagkaroon na ng anxiety attack, nagwo-worry na siya na how many points yun na may score niya, will he play well again. Ayun yung makakapigil dun sa paggaling niya.
That is so relevant nowadays because nowadays almost everything is live streamed. Almost everything is documented with statistics. So mas lalo pang aware yung mga players sa kanilang naipapakita. And also, as sad as it is to say, of course, everybody's prone to get opinions from literally anybody watching.
Oo.
So, syempre, hindi ka rin pwede magpadala ng basta-basta.
Again, kaya nga ang hirap maging player ngayon eh.
Oo.
The responsibility that you carry. And sa akin kasi, you know me, Migs, happy ako pag may story tayo dito sa MPBL kasi yung lagi ako nare-remind nung bakit ba ginawa ito ng ating founder to discover players also matulungan doon sa mga pangarap nila.
Although don't get us wrong, as Tate Tudoro misses from downtown and Estrella passes
pass
inside and a putback for Kint Ariar. On our point about the responsibility of the players, it's also a luxury for them because it's easier for them to check themselves in terms of their production, the discipline on their court or on the court, and also for them to be accountable for their production in overall speaking with their statistics.
Oo. Especially everything is available already. Us here, we do have our own stats and our viewers as well eh. Pwede nga kayong i-log in nyo yung FIBA Stats Live ng MPBL eh. Habang pinapanood nyo. Kasi there, mas ma-appreciate nyo yung laro eh. Kasi, dati kasi, dito lang sa venue eh. But right now, you can access it eh.
To simplify everything with great power comes great responsibility. That's it. Off of a missed free throw by AJ Coronel. We're back with Andoy Estrella. 18 seconds remaining. Mindoro looking good, up by 10.
Totoo yan. Again, all throughout right in this game, they've been playing very well itong Mindoro Tamaraw.
4 seconds, nice pass inside, ball stripped away. 1 second, Patrick Sleet! He almost made it. But the Pasay Voyagers will need more and better answers from themselves in the last 10 minutes of play because they have 10 points to try to give us a comeback from in the last frame here inside the Quezon Convention Center. Ken Bono had himself one heck of a third quarter alongside this guy. Paul Desiderio, by the way, all of his points have come from downtown. 15 with 4 rebounds and 3 dimes to his name, 5 out of 9. So better than 50% shooting from Curry land for Mr. Atin to, papasok to. This end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, that's Miss Ambia, the wife of Coach MC Abulacion. Just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. The Abulacions will see action later on from the sideline as Coach MC will again be leading Iloilo. They will take on Quezon City, but now we have our quarter scoring as Patrick Sleep opens up the fourth quarter with a 3-pointer.
Consistent in the 20-plus scoring itong Mindoro. 24, 24, 25 in the third quarter. But Pasay, ito yung nag-roller coaster. Though 19 points, pero it's just one guy na it's more on Warren Bonifacio. So they need to do something different para matanggal sa flow itong Mindoro Tamaraws, itong Pasay Voyagers.
This by Paul Desiderio. We're back with Pasay. They have a bit of momentum. Foul called on Tete Tudoro, who just had to stop the play.
Third foul already. Kasi right now, yung buy time, yung buying time na mabigyan ng pahinga si Ken Bono, mabigyan ng pahinga itong si Paul Desiderio. Kontrolado nitong Mindoro because of how they play right now. Actually, both teams because in terms of field goal percentage, Mindoro shooting 50%, Pasay shooting at 48%. Parehong mataas yan na mix.
Warren Bonifacio misfiring from downtown. That could have made it back to 50% for Pasay. 3-point shooting is at 5 out of 20 for the Voyagers. Although it's ×2 in terms of mix for Mindoro. Now there's a foul called away from the ball. It's against Axel Inigo.
Pero if Pasay wanted to get back, they need to put a separation in terms of field goal attempts. Because right now, they're only +2. So it means nakakasabay sa kanila itong Mindoro Tamaraws. Kasi kailangan yan at least nasa +10 or +15 kayo in terms of shots attempt.
Let's see if they can grab more rebounds and force turnovers in the fourth quarter. That time around, it's a conversion by Kint Ariar. 6 points for the Letranista. Bonifacio almost traveled. A lot of time here, two-man game up top. Inigo to the right, Patrick Sleep given space. He will shoot and he will score.
Second three-pointer.
Not the best of recognitions there by Kint Ariar. Patrick Sleep now has 23 points, 2 threes in the fourth quarter. JJ Caspe, almost a steal by Reverente. He leans in and misses. Rebound, Victoria.
Ayan na ulit.
Lawrence is running. Victoria escaping all the way for 2.
And talking about a player that is so fast with that basketball. Si Lawrence na yung nakakuha ng rebound. Si Lawrence na yung nag-finish pa ng layup.
That's 16.7 rebounds and 4 assists already for Lawrence Victoria in this game. Better than his previous game statistics of 14, 5, and 5. Lawrence Victoria against Pampanga. Decent numbers. 14 points. That was 2 less than his season average of 16.4. Again, he's number 6 in the season in terms of points per game. In this game, He has 16, 7 boards and 4 dimes. We have a story from our very own Gianna Llanes.
Si Paul Lee ang pinaka-idol nitong si Lawrence Victoria because in his words, sobrang nakakabilib ang mga shooting niya at nagagawa din niya sa game mismo yung mga malalayong shots niya. Consistency naman daw ang pinaka-gusto ma-improve ni Lawrence ngayong season because he does admit he still gets affected when he makes a mistake, but it's Coach Marlon that encourages him to turn every negative into a positive. Instead of being mad about missing a shot, thinking about he can make the next one. Hindi lang daw kasi sa basketball court mahalaga ang pagiging perfect sa kanya. Lawrence shares that when he's not at the court, we can find him at the palengke. May food business daw siya on the side na siya mismo ang nagluluto ng mga pagkain na binibenta nila. His passion for food is just as big as his passion for basketball. Back to you guys.
So bagay pala si Lawrence Victoria sa Mindoro. Kasi may pampatlock na siya agad. So mga sessions nila. As now, we just saw a basket by Jordan Rios. It is 77-72. A lot of points there by Gianna Llanes. Actually, Ligo answering back with a three-pointer. What stood out the most for you from that report?
Sa akin, yung putting balance. Again, it can't be too much basketball. You need to do something else that motivates you. And I think those are the things na maganda na ginagawa ni Lawrence kasi it gives him different dimension pero again, still, dun pa rin sa pangarap mo eh. Yung responsibility niya as a scorer also. Tapos, ang isa sa pinakagusto kong punto doon, so let's see this fast break first by Lawrence Victoria.
This is brought to you by New Star, win to the max.
Ang pinakagusto kong punto rin doon, yung relationship niya with Coach Marlon. How Coach Marlon gives him that freedom na, kasi alam niya na na-frustrate every time he makes a mistake. Pero yung motivation, sige lang, it's part of the game. Ang laking bagay nun for a player.
You get to see the fast break scoring. Shot clock winding down. JJ Caspe drains a three-pointer. Now this guy, much like Lawrence Victoria, has a bigger responsibility in this season as Victoria misses on the other end. Before this game, I asked Lawrence, sabi ko, kamusta nga ba ang pagtanggap mo ng responsibilidad mula sa Pasay Voyagers? Sabi niya, mas madali ang trabaho niya this season dahil andyan na si Warren Bonifacio, Patrick Sleet and company. Pero yun na nga eh, ang kaakibat naman nun, mas malaki ang responsibilidad. So it only translates to them having a better ability to win more games in the MPBL.
Totoo yan. And you know, another thing in addition to that is, siya lang yung merong ganyang laro sa team nila right now. Walang duplication. So yung respeto na ibinigay sa kanya ni Coach Marlon na, sige Lawrence, that's your job. Itataya namin sa iyo yung responsibilidad na yan. And maganda yan. Nilagay niya sa balikat ngayon. He accepted that challenge.
Nilagay din ni Ken Bono sa balikat niya si
Warren Bonifacio. Literal.
Literal. Able to push him away off of that seal.
Again, with that position, wala no way mo nang mai-stop yung finish ni Ken Bono doon. It's too wide para maka-recover ka pa in front.
Bono has 19 points in this game, by the way. He is the second leading scorer of Mindoro, just behind JJ Caspes, 21.
And this is what I'm saying. Kay Warren lets him get to that spot. Ang dali na ng basketball pag nandun na sa spot na yun si Ken eh.
Actually, parang hindi nga nakapagod yung ginagawa niyang pag-back down eh.
Oo.
He just uses his heft. Oh, Patrick Sleek losing his defender.
Yeah, that's a flop. So, most likely, ito mabigyan ng warning si Desiderio.
(82-79). 5 minutes and 15 in the fourth quarter. Paul Desiderio fires. That's a big-time three-pointer. 18 points for Paul Desiderio. We have 3 players making the life of Coach Louie Gonzalez very hard at the sideline.
And again, as expected, nasa first game pa lang tayo. You know, nakita ko yung lineup ng games natin to cap the week. Alam mo talaga na magiging ganito lahat yan.
What a performance though by Patrick Sleet. He's the one who's making your life easy here at the sideline. 29 points to lead the way for the Pasay Voyagers, but they're down by 4. Under 4.5 minutes, Ken Bono double-teamed. They go to Ariar. 9 on the shot clock. Paul Desiderio. He knows about the time.
Oo, that spot. Medyo mahirap yan.
Ken Bono. Short. Rebound Desiderio.
Oo.
Now he steps back. And he makes another three-pointer. 21 points for Paul Desiderio.
Oo, back-to-back three-pointers by Paul Desiderio.
That's 7 threes in this game for Paul Desiderio. All of his points have come from downtown.
Oh, and again, that effort, it's very evident there that he's still a lot in his gas. So, ito ibibigay na quality ng isang Paul Desiderio sa isa team mo sa ganitong crucial moments.
Paul Desiderio, 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. 7 out of 12. Better than 50% shooting from Curryland. And what a day it has been in terms of shooting the basketball for Mindoro. They're still at 51% from the field and 43% from downtown.
Oh, especially that those three na lead sa leading scorer nila, si John Caspe, Paul Desiderio, and Ken Bono, shooting almost 80% in terms of field goal shooting combined.
Ball out of bounds. Good defense by JJ Caspe. So it's 21, 21, and 19 for Caspe, Desiderio, and Bono respectively. That's a total of, let me do the math, 61 points.
61 points. So 75% halos na kanilang scoring.
Mindoro is up 88 to 81.
And you're gonna remember those shots galing yun sa execution.
Desiderio double cross. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then there's the cleanup by the guy who has that as his job description, Jordan Rios. 90 to 81. Pasay is losing time. Patrick Schlee taking down his defender. It's a block.
Just the second team foul. Oh no, to the third team foul already.
Foul on number 45, Jordan Rios. That's his third. Second team foul.
Pangalawa nga.
Seconds. Rather.
3 minutes and 14 remaining in this game. Again, this is why you never count out any team in the MPBL.
Oh, alam mo, especially itong Mindoro, you make them start well. They get their confidence back. They'll be excited. So, mas magagaling na mga to. Tapos malaki pa yung tingin nila sa game. So, mahirap na talagang kalaban.
And also, Coach Louie, they have closers. They have veterans who know how to win.
And yung mga best players nila, hindi lang basta-basta. Best mga superstars to. sa own rights nila.
Nice pass inside. Reverente could not score. He's double teamed. Don Reverente, sorry miss. AJ Coronel, another sorry miss.
And that's Pasay. That's Pasay in the entire game.
One more possession here for the Voyagers. That's stripped away. Forward pass. It's Ken Bono up ahead.
Ang hirap ng possession for Pasay, then for Mindoro, ganun kadali. And it's Ken Bono finishing sa break.
It's 21 points across the board for Caspe, Desiderio, and Bono each in this game. Now there's a foul. Tyler Stabby will proceed to the line.
And look at the coaches of Mindoro. Coach JR and Coach Jens enjoying the game.
Display of the game is brought to you by Buenas. A lot of great things happening there. The swipe by Rios, the forward pass by Ariar, and then the 2 easiest points of the day for Ken Bono.
Talagang Buenas talaga yan na si Ken Bono yung mag-finish ng fast break mo. Imagine, wala na yung best rebounder mo. Nakuha nyo ba yung bola?
Nakalain mo, may fast break points si Ken Bono sa laro natin. Very happy for him. By the way, he has continued to raise his level of play, especially in the last couple of outings for Mindoro. What more when he reaches the latter part of the season?
And hindi mo in-expect na magiging ganitong kataas yung performance nitong this is their second game sa week na ito. So ang laki nung galing ka dun sa malaking pagkatalo against sa strong team like San Juan. Pero again, yung bounce back win nila, sabi, we still have time, pero yung performance nila right now, ang taas ng level eh.
Against, as you mentioned, a team with almost the same playing style in terms of pace. The San Juan Knights talking about Pasay. Ken Bono just barging his way through, and he will go to the line.
Alam mo yun, yung body language ni Ken, nakala mo, pero you can see in his actual, he's really enjoying this game.
2 free throws for Ken Bono. This is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. One more for Ken Bono. Might I say, I won't be surprised if at some point in the season he would score in one game around 35 points.
Oo. And the quality we have right now. No? Yesterday, Greg Slaughter just played his first game.
I was about to bring that up.
And really made a very big impact, giving itong Binyang Tatakal their first loss of the season.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Imagine Greg Slaughter, a couple of games in already in the MPBL. He can dominate this league.
Oo. Sumikip na yung ating North Division.
Oh, we want to see that game between Pampanga and Manila. Ken Bono will attack. Bono leans in and he scores!
He's really enjoying this. So that's it. Tatapos na yung problema ko, Mix.
Yeah. We have encircled his name 25 times in respect to his jersey number. Let's see if Pasay will still respond with a big-time comeback here. Only 87 seconds remaining. Now, off of this beautiful shot by Ken Bono, we have our lucky fans of the game brought to you by Buenas. They might as well just be longtime fans already of Ken Bono. He's been playing at such a high level for decades already in Philippine basketball. But how about this graphic? Caspe, Desiderio, and Bono combining for 67 of the 96 points of Mindoro in this game.
Oh, what a performance nitong tatlong to. You know, plus the efficiency. Alam mo, hindi pa nga natin sinama dyan yung total assist nung tatlong players na yan for Mindoro. Again, wala. If I'm Coach Jericho Walling, if I'm Coach Jens Nutter, wala na akong maaas pa dito sa players, sa tatlong player na yan.
They also combined for 16 rebounds and 9 assists, to your point.
So that's plus 8, another 18 points. Baka hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung 3-pointer dun.
And by the way, their efficiency, let me do the math here as a foul is called in the interior off of that rebounding sequence. All right, 7 out of 9, 7 out of 14, and 10 out of 17. That's a combined 24 out of 40 field goal shooting in this game for Caspe, Desiderio, and Bono.
So plus 50%. Again, Matt, ibibigay ko sa yan, Migs, ha?
Sorry, let me do the math. 12 times 5, 60%.
No, 60%. And that's a headache. If you're the opposing team, ang sakit sa ulo yun.
Desiderio will fire. Short. Ball recovered by the Pasay Voyagers. Under a minute to go. Lawrence Victoria has to hurry. That's a foul. 2 free throws.
Again, bulldozing his way in. Itong si Lawrence Victoria. Ang babalikan ko dito sa game na to, yung again, waking up in the right side of the bed, yung started on a wrong footing. Ito yung nangyari sa Pasay right now. Ang laki nung effect na nagkaroon ng cut sa eye si
Warren
Bonifacio to start this game. Sa akin, from there on, hindi na sila nakabalik.
At nakabuelo naman ang Mindoro.
Oo.
96-83, Lawrence Victoria. He's gonna have a long season ahead of him. I'm sure he's happy with the presence of Patrick Sleet, who, by the way, leads the way with 29 points for Pasay in this game. Imagine when he's gone. The load that's going to be on the shoulders once again of Lawrence Victoria.
Laki talaga no? And I think right now with their line, with the composition ng lineup nila, parang ang nearest to that guy. Sino ba? Si Cyrus Tabis na ang hirap. Ito si Joshua Ramirez maybe.
But you did mention they might have additions by the window, so let's wait for that. 96-85. And for everybody's information, Patrick Sleet will play one more game after this one before he leaves the Voyagers. Off of a stop, Pasay has possession. 5-second differential. Patrick Sleet, he attacks and kicks. A three-pointer. Joshua Ramirez will score.
Alam mo, yeah, though up by 8 points with 18 seconds left, itong Mindoro wanted to seal the win for calling a timeout. Siyempre, ayaw mo na magpabaya eh.
Yeah. And again, we have seen miracles happen already in the MPBL. So 18 seconds with a couple of turnovers. This still could be quite dangerous.
You know, I've seen one last week. But meron pang 45 seconds na natitira.
By the way, the next 3 games for Coach Marlon will be against Binyan in Binyan or at Binyan. And then it's Bulacan on June 4 and Valenzuela on June 10. Paul Desiderio is joking with us right now na pabata siya ng pabata dito sa Mindoro team. Lalo na sa MPBL. Yan talaga magiging kwento nilang lahat.
Pero you know, yung game shape condition ni Paul na bumapabalik na ng pabalik.
Yeah. And again, he's not just trying to recover off of 3x3 or transition from 3x3. He's recovering from that ACL injury.
Again, and yung kanyang yung confidence bumabalik na. Again, averaging double figures right now.
The funny thing is, I would actually argue na hindi nawala yung kumpiyansa niya. Ngayon naman yan si Paul Desiderio. He's always been the guy for his squad. We still have a timeout here for Pasay, although this is mathematically done.
Siguro dumaan lang siya dun sa stage na kaya ng isip niya pero hindi pa handa yung katawan niya.
Yeah.
Pero right now, as we progress, this is their 8th game already, 9th. So, makikita mo na tsaka every time he plays Migs, talagang 100%. Wala kang makikita na nagre-relax si Paul.
Well, his teammates have dearly followed his leadership. And now we're getting to see Batangas City. We just saw Iloilo. They will be in action later on. It's Iloilo versus Quezon City. And then Batangas versus the Quezon Huskers. It's good to see Cedric Ablaza back. They're gonna need him versus the home squad. One last play. That's no good for Joshua Ramirez. And this is a big-time win for the Mindoro Tamaraos. We have to give a big shout-out to Patrick Sleet. 29 points, 12 out of 8 shooting. Lawrence Victoria had 18, 8 rebounds and 5 dimes. But it was the big 3 of Mindoro to cap it all off. JJ Caspe, 21 points and 7 rebounds. Paul Desiderio, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 7 made 3-pointers. But our best player of the game, brought to you by Buenas, is the former UAAP MVP, Ken Bono, 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Well played by this Mindoro Tamaraos team, especially playing against Pasay Voyagers coming off a loss. Because this Pasay Voyagers team, yung kultura nito, especially coming off a loss, talaga alam mo, they're gonna come out big and prepared. Pero Mindoro, being a better team today, they played a tremendous team effort. Especially yung tiwala nila. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga ganyang performances. Not just one players, but a lot. Alam mo, nakakuha sila ng magandang output kay Tay Teodoro. Nandyan din yung mga easy putbacks ni Lester Reyes. So, again, congratulations to the entire team of the Mindoro Tamaraos.
This final score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. 96-88 in favor of Mindoro versus the Pasay Voyagers. If it was our choice, he would have selected 3 best players, but now Ken Bono is with Gianna Llanes.
Our Buena's best player of the game is Ken Bono of the Mindoro Tamaraos. He had 25 points, 7 of those points in the first half and 18 points in the second half. Congratulations din sa teammates mo, Ken, na si JJ Caspe and Paul Desiderio, kasi kayo ang naging mga lider ng kupunan nyo ngayon. Gaano kahalaga itong panalo na ito para sa inyo?
Sobrang halaga kasi nung last game, sama ng talo namin. So, kinabukasan nag-effort talaga kami sa practice na kailangan namin manalo next game. Kaya yun, so far maganda pinakita ng mga teammate ko. Kaya yun.
And through this game, Ken, pinakita nyo nga na the teams that you're about to face really can't count you out. So paano nyo gagamitin ang adrenaline sa laro na ito going forward to your next game against Caloocan?
Sana itong panalo na ito madala namin sa next game. Effort lang kami sa practice namin, and then yung depensa namin kailangan namin practicein talaga.
And Ken, I'm sure maraming proud sa inyo ngayon. So sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Binabati ko pala si Mayorina, wife ko, good luck po sa game niyo sa Cebu, and sa family ko sa Iloilo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken Bono, our Buena's best player of the game. Back to you, Migs and Coach Louie.
Thank you, Gianna. Some people might have thought that Ken Bono was already up there in terms of age, or maybe he can run with the young guns of the MPBL, but he continues to prove his case that he is capable of going at it dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. What a big-time game for him in the victory for Mindoro versus Pasay. Up next, we have Quezon City Toda Action taking on Iloilo, which is very hungry for a win here in the 6th season of the MPBL. Thank you for joining us in our first game. For Gianna Llanes and Coach Louie Gonzalez, my name is Migs Gomez at babalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.